Hey everyone, Marbler here. Today we're going to be going over the 1XA strategy for the opening of Bowser in the Sky. Now, a little bit of a caveat to this one. For normalizing Mario's position, there is literally nothing that we can use to normalize at all. So, the only normalizing we can do is at the start of the level. If we mess this up, we have to die and re-enter so that we can try again. That being said, what we're going to do, I'm just going to go frame by frame. We're going to go 9 frames left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you'll watch Mario's feet. They'll separate here. 9. That's our cue to move. There's not really a tell for this in the pause menu. So now we just hold straight up the entire time, and we're watching Mario's shadow. We want it to be barely still on the arrow platform here. So right here, it's just touching the edge. Right here, it's barely off the edge. And right here, we are still barely on this arrow platform. From here, we dive forward. And this one's a little bit trickier. We have to watch Mario in the pause screen. So we dive forward. And we can see Mario's not quite over the corner of the edge. So we'll go forward 1 frame. Still not quite over the corner of the edge. Forward 1 frame. And now we can see he is over the corner. This corner, if we drew a line straight up, we would see it doesn't touch any blue. So we're going to go 1 more frame. And what this does, now if we draw a line straight up from the corner, it does touch Mario's blue. And this is the last frame that Mario's shadow does not appear on this platform. If you can see Mario's shadow on the platform, you have to slide off and die to retry. So from here, we're going to hold left until the second frame Mario goes into freefall. You'll be able to tell it's the second frame because this is the first frame of freefall. You can see Mario is still in the sliding diving animation. We go 1 more frame left, and we can see in the pause menu, Mario's foot still touching this. The dust he generated when he slid, still touching Mario. He's not too far forward. So now, we're going to dive forward for 6 frames. So we go 1, 2, and I like to do this in multiples of 3, so here's 3. And we can see Mario has barely just now landed. We go 3 frames forward again, 4. I'll stop at 5 so you can see Mario's fist still not quite on the platform. We go 1 frame more. And now you can see Mario's fist is kind of on the platform. This is actually where we want. This is the hardest one to tell, but you can see Mario's fist does not quite actually touch the corner. So if we go forward again, this would be 1 frame too much, and you can see Mario's fist is actually past the corner. So we're going to go back, and now we're going to hold left for 3 frames. From here, everything is done in 3 frame increments. You cannot deviate from this, so get your rhythm for the 2XA opener ready, and we go from here, 1, 2, or actually let's go 1, 2, and we can see shadow not quite touching the edge there. And here we can see this is the 3rd frame. Shadow just barely not touching the edge. That's the one we want. If we go 1 frame more, then we can see the shadow actually does go off the edge a little bit. That's not what we want. From here, we're going to do 3 frames of dive recover. Here, this was 2 frames. You can see Mario is what we're looking for is Mario being approximately halfway between these 2 platforms. So he's not halfway yet. We're going to go one more frame. And now here, he's roughly halfway. It's not like perfect, but the main thing that we want to look for is if we went one more frame, we can actually see Mario's M on his cap, and we can see that in the pause menu as well. We can see the M. So halfway, but we can't see the M, good. Halfway, but we can't see the M, bad. So let's go ahead and load that. And from here, we're going to hold forward for 3 frames. So here's 1, 2, and you can see Mario's back. It's kind of flat. We don't want that. That's his back towards the platform. So we're going to go one more. And here, it's pointy. That's Mario's butt. Mario's butt towards the platform. If we went one more frame, you can see that Mario's butt is actually almost touching. This one's a little bit harder. But like at this point, your 2 choices are to try to hit the misalignment or to die. You might as well try to hit it even if you got it wrong. So we go back a little bit, and from here, we're going to go 3 frames to the right, and this one's really easy. 1, 2, 3, Mario lands. So let's do that one more time. 2, 3, excuse me. 1, 2, 3. And you can even see the options for exit course because that's what happens with a dive recover. Now from here, this is the only little bit of leeway that we get. We can go either 2 or 3 frames. But we're going to go forward 1, excuse me, there's 1 and there's 2. And I'll save a state here just so you can see later. But from here, we do have, I lied, we do have one more little bit of leniency. So we're going to dive the first frame we unpause. And after 5 frames, you can see Mario's shadow lines up with this darker patch of floor texture here, and we can even see that in the pause screen. Mario's shadow lines up with that. Even if we're 1 frame later, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can see still kind of lines up with that. If there's any doubt, keep holding forward. But we'll do the 2 frames first. But the idea is you can go neutral here. In the frame that Mario touches down on the ground, you can see in the pause frame as well. The frame Mario touches down on the ground, we are going to dive recover and just keep holding neutral the entire time. That puts Mario right in the misalignment. And if we did happen to miss that dark patch, then what we're going to do is we're going to keep holding forward again right until Mario touches down. And we're going to start holding back and do the same dive recover motion. Now this is a little bit trickier, just simply because we do want to stop on a dime on this platform. And the reason for that is so that we don't get pushed off by the block here. So you saw the 2 different methods for 2 frames, and let's see it for 3 frames just so you know that I'm not lying when I say that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go neutral and then dive recover. That gets us in the misalignment. And again, let's say we missed the 5. We keep holding forward until touchdown and then hold back, and that gets us in the misalignment. So a little bit of leniency, 4 different ways on this second platform. Gives you a little bit extra chance to retry it. So let's look at a couple real-time attempts. We'll go, I tried to do this in 3 groups of 3 because you have to get used to unpausing for 3 frames. So we'll go, so that was 3 groups of 3. Now we hold forward. And important, if you do, if you messed up the 9 there, then you'll actually fall off on this corner. So that's an early indication. You don't have to wait and try. So we keep going forward. And now I think we're about 3 frames away. Nope. Well, we were 3 frames. That was 4 frames of unpause. So now we're in the correct spot here. Save state just for simplicity. And we're going to go unpause and immediately dive. And we keep holding forward. That was 3 frames. We're looking for 7 total. So we'll try to do two pause windows. That was 6. That was a 3 pause, so we'll try to do a single frame. And now we can see Mario's shadow. So that was too late. We try that again, we get to this point. That was a 2 frame, so we'll do another 2 and a 3. Nope, that was another 2. Single frame pauses are really hard to do. Alright, so this is where we want to be. We're going to save a state here, and now we hold left. This is 7 frames, so we'll try to do 2 2s and then a 3. Now we can see Mario's foot touching here. The dust that he made is right there. And we're going to unpause and dive forward. That was 2, so we'll try to do 2 more 2s. Mario's fist almost touching the corner, not quite. So this is good. Now we're going to hold left for 3. And we're going to dive recover for 3. Oops. Dang, I am off my game today. So there's the 3 again. And now we'll hold forward for 3. That was 2. And now we'll hold right for 3. So that's where we want to be. And now we'll hold forward for either 2 or 3. And then we'll dive forward. And that sounded like 4. So we're going to try to do 1. That looks right. So we'll go neutral, and 1 more, and neutral dive recover. We missed. So that means that I wasn't actually lined up with the dark splotch. Kind of hard to tell. There we go. There's no way that's right. And keep holding forward. You can see just how hard this is. And every single one of these fails, that'd be a death. So you do want to make sure you're coming in here with 99 lives, or at least a significant amount. So there we go. So when you do this dive recover, it is precisely, I believe it's 7 frames. So that was 3. We're going to look for 2 more 2s. That was a 2. That was a 2. Now we wait for this, and we just come over here and climb on up. Hope that helps, and thank you for watching.